Good morning from Florence. Today we are going to explore a very special place. It is a garden. A garden built more than 300 years ago. It was designed for the Medicis, the strongest family in Italy back then. And it serves as a model to what a garden in Italy should look like. Let's go and explore it together. The garden was built in the year 1776 for the Medici family. It's filled with art, fountains, and even caves, grottos. It's so fun to get out of the bustle and hustle of the city and just enjoy some tranquility. This was a fountain. So the garden was constructed in the 16th century, especially for the Medicis, and its layout was very unique and revolutionary. It revolutionized the way gardens are built in Europe and in Italy. And the idea is of a long route with alleys and streets that crisscross it. You can easily get lost here. It's like a jungle in the middle of the city. Wow. Look at those paths between the trees and the plants. The gardens are filled with ancient sculptures from the best sculpture makers of their time. The Medicis were rich and powerful, and they could basically afford any artist or sculptor they laid their eyes on. Wow. Can you hear how quiet it is here? Look at this crossroads. It's magnificent. It's the heart of the gardens, basically. So from here you can see all the pathways you can go to. You can go up, you can go right, you can go left. It's like sort of a maze. And you can go down. So this culture is called Gioco del Saccomazzone, the game of Saccomazzone. It's two guys playing a game. They are both blindfolded. One is trying to probably catch the other, or looks like hit him, punch him, and the other is trying to hide from him, and they're both blindfolded. Look at the details, the smiles. They look like two brothers, actually. Look at this posture. Look at the shoe. Wow. Nice. And here there's yet another sculpture. It is called Gioco della Pentolaccia, the game of Pentolaccia. So it's basically a series of sculptures depicting games, social games, used to be played back in the day. Again, a blindfolded man. He holds something that once upon a time I think was an axe of sorts. And on the tree here, his friend watching him laughing. But he's so serious. so nice to be able, usually when you go to a museum, you cannot really get so close to the sculptures, but here, it's easy. You can get closer and explore them. You can see the straight lines, the symmetry. Insanely beautiful. Now here in the center of the garden, unfortunately it looks like they closed the gates. The best part of the garden is closed. Why? I'm not sure. But just look how beautiful it is. Just imagine being a Medici 350 years ago. An important judge or a head of kingdom strolling through those gardens with tranquility. Wouldn't have been that bad, eating a bowl of pasta in the evening. And obviously those are fountains, so you had water splashing all over. Also here, from this gargoyle, or a hydra, or whatever it is, you would have water splashing. By the way, when they made this garden, they had a problem. The problem was you didn't have a water source, so what they ended up doing is building an aqueduct from the Arno River, of the main river of Florence, up here, so that they could have running water for all those fountains. Now, around the square, there are yet another sculptures. This one is called the Huntsman, the Cacciatore, from 1647. Let's see the other statues. So every few meters you have a bench, and then you have a sculpture, a bench and a sculpture in this main square. This one is called a peasant woman with dogs. She's holding a fruit in her hand, freshly picked fruit. She has 2 dogs. Wow. Look at the detail in her shoes, on her shoes, and the color of the dog. Moving on to the next sculpture. Here, yes, a sculpture. No name though. But it's some kind of a knight who just slew a giant or a god, and he stands here with a sword over the decapitated head. This is Italy, guys. Italy is filled with those gardens. This garden inspired dozens of others. So when you are traveling to Italy, stay focused, stay alert. Like those watchdogs, stay alert for the gardens. The thing is about Italy, they're really bad in PR. So unless you actively search for gardens, for those kind of attractions, you might never hear about it or see it or be aware of it. So actively go to Google, write the best gardens in the city you're traveling to, or around the city you're traveling to find those secret places, which might not get the best PR, although they're just spectacular. It's funny because some sculptures from that era, you could see the genital area, whereas here they spare you the details. Funnily enough, I guess the Medicis were religious, or I don't know what's the deal, but it's interesting. So this looks like Neptune, maybe? He holds a fish, a pet fish. On his hand there was maybe a light. Wow. I love how the greenery is growing around it. It adds so much to the sculpture, in my opinion. Look at the cute ducks. And this is the other entrance to the main square. Again, it's closed, although there are workers there, but unfortunately I can't really sneak in, I guess. Just look at this. Upstairs a goat and another goat keeping watch. Wow, it's so tempting because the gate is basically open. But yeah. So as you can see, the gardens are very, very long and pretty narrow. Up there is one end of the garden, and down there it's the other end. Let's reach this end and then circle back to the other side. We reached the end. Now I'm gonna take a right turn and go back and explore the higher part of the gardens. There's an interesting sculpture there. Let's see what it is. Some kind of a nobleman. Maybe even a Medici? Wow. Just look at the straight lines. Perfect straight lines. Just think how much maintenance this place takes and took back in the day. So many gardeners and botany specialists. But the Medicis could afford it. They were like the Lannisters, basically. If you like Game of Thrones. There's also a TV show about them, but I haven't seen it. Italians say it's good, but I haven't watched it yet. This one is called Peasant Tilling the Soil. Contadino che vanga. From marble. Look at this. Such a nice scene depicted there. So vivid and alive. Wow. Wow. Just look at those trees. Look. Look, here once stood a tree, just like this one. And I guess it was rotten from the inside and they had to cut it. And we get to look inside. Wow. Look at the size of this thing. Many people come with their kids. I think for a kid it's a great experience to be in a garden like this. It just fills your mind with, it opens your imagination basically. You can really imagine yourself being a nobleman. Up and up we go. Let's try a different path under the arcs. Wow. And here, I don't know if you can see it, the ancient aqueduct that brought the water from uphill to all the fountains down. This sculpture. I don't know, is it original? I'm not sure, but it looks so modern. It's huge, guys. I don't know if you can understand it, but it's huge. Wow. Can you see it, guys? And the upper side of the park overlooks the entire city of Florence, and it is just magnificent. Okay guys, it is from here, as we overlook the amazing city of Florence, that I say goodbye. It was a very short trip, only 24 hours. So yeah, we have more to explore here in the future. I hope you liked it. And if you haven't been to Florence, you should definitely come. It's beautiful. See you on the next video, guys.